This video was brought to you by Stormberg, a better route planner, MisterGreen, Kempower and Marcus Bil. Yo, what's up? We are now at Ioniq Dal. This is the refresh or the facelift. Wait, I think I should call it the Dal Reloaded. Yes, that sounds the best. So, you see the work is almost done. They have moved most of the stuff, the construction stuff away now. Now we're just finalizing, I guess, software here. So look at this. They doubled the number of Ioniq stalls. It used to be 6, usually just 5 or 4, because these the old tritium chargers were so unreliable. I'm not sure how reliable the new ones are, but at least they look better than the old one. So yes, you see that. Okay, maybe now it's more clear. Some of the stalls are still red. Some of them are not even lit up. But at least it seems like around 6, maybe 6 stalls are operational. So eventually we will get 12 stall operational, minus a few kaput ones, maybe at least 10 operational. So that means bye-bye to Ladderstau at Dal. But okay, today is not about Ioniq, it's about this beast here. This is Mercedes EQS. What's it called again? 53 4Matic. Yeah. So it's the beefiest EQS with 761 horsepower, 1050 Newton meter torque, 0 to 100 in 3.4 seconds. Let me check my notes here. I wrote down everything, but I can show you guys. It's the top of the crop AMG EQS. And I guess the one difference you will see is in the back here. We have, yeah, it was 3.4 seconds. We have a spoiler now. The regular EQS doesn't have this spoiler. The EQS 580 you've seen before. I'm not sure how much this spoiler makes. I mean, it probably adds ground pressure on the rear wheels, but it, as the name says, it spoils the aerodynamics, makes it worse. So that's why the VLTP here is not as high as maybe it could be. So it's supposed to be 535 kilometers only. But yeah, here you see, it says EQS 53. Wait, I saw that it was called 4Matic Plus. But let's look in the back here. Yeah, okay, this one is the black interior, which is probably the most functional one, the one you want to buy. Not the white interior, but as with Mercedes, everything comes at a price and everything you have to spec, so it doesn't have soft close. Oh, that one you have to spec extra. It doesn't have, wait, do we have reclining? It doesn't have reclining seats. That one you have to pay extra. What else? Well, it has panorama roof. Do we have massage in the seat back? No, at least we have Burmester. But at least this interior doesn't look as nice as the white one or the bright one, beige, but at least it doesn't get that smutzig. Well, I mean, the schmutz is there, you just can't see it. Yeah. And then here, in the front, looks more or less like the regular one, except for we have AMG here. Wait, let me see, on the EQE. Huh, that's weird. Huh, that's inconsistent. And then here, yeah, okay, my bad, here's here. It says 4Matic Plus, I'm not sure if you can see it. Unfortunately, nowadays, it's dark early, so that's why, and also I wanted to avoid coming here too early because it was raining, but now in the evening, it's not raining anymore. Okay, let me show you guys. Here, okay, nothing to see, except for that, this one. So, steering malfunction, drive carefully, visit workshop. Yeah, you know what? I had this exact same error in the EQE 300 I borrowed earlier. And you guys remember I was talking about when I went to, I took that trip with Millennium Falcon. I was going to go to Göteborg, yeah, for that truck charger. But then one day before that trip, this message appeared and I was like, shit. And I was bracing myself to use Millennium Falcon to take this trip. But then the day before, actually the very morning before I was going to travel, I think it was, the message disappeared. So then I went there. You guys, that's the rest of the story. But that's why I got the idea to take a trip to Alvdal with Millennium Falcon. But yeah, so the steering malfunction is here. I'm not sure what else we're supposed to do with it. Seems like many of the press cars that tend to have false like a kaput battery, one broken module in the Volkswagen, low coolant in the BMW i4. So it seems like, I mean, am I unlucky, or do we actually have lots of issues with cars nowadays? Okay, whatever. So I can show you here that we are charging, topping up a little bit. Wait, here. Oh, look at that speed. Oh, 85 kilowatt at 83%. Okay, we're just topping up, but let me see. Can we see? Oh, no, we don't see anything here until we start driving. Okay, whatever. So the whole purpose today is to measure the consumption, because I want to know how thirsty is this car compared to the 580, right? The not so beefy one. So we have Nokia and Hakkabrytta winter tires on now, and I'm gonna drive. Oh, where is it? Okay. The plan is I will drive to the north. Oh, shit, I'm dying. I've been talking too much lately. I will drive to the north, to Rudshøgda and back in to measure the distance error and the consumption, and then we take it from there. We are on the move now, so we have to cruise at 125 kilometers per hour on the speedo to be 120 GPS. Oh wow, this car is so quiet. Oh. But okay, the steering error is still there, but auto steer works, and I can show you here that auto lane change also works. Let me show you. This is pretty cool. Look at that. Oh, yes. Change the lane for me. Oh, come on. Oh, it just came. Okay, let's go back. The other way. So everything works. The car works fine. I haven't noticed any weird behavior, even though the steering wheel error is there. So, yeah, consumption is freaking high, man. 290 watt-hour per kilometer. What the heck? Is it trying to heat up the battery? Let me check here. We have this engine data here. And then let me see, what else do we have? If you scroll here. So the battery temperature is 26 degrees Celsius. I think that's not over hot and also not too warm. We're going to pay attention to the temperature. If it goes up and down, that will give us an idea what the car is trying to do. But look here. Look at the interior. Huh? Ambient light. Oh, yeah. You can change the intensity, you can change the color, everything is customizable here. You see also we have light here. We have the hyper screen also, by the way. And also over here, on the side here, you see. This is cool, man. I like the EQS interior. This is something you will, I guess, never get in Tesla. Because Tesla will always be that minimalistic design on things. We show here in the back also, yeah, okay, whatever. So, yeah, and also I forgot to show you here. We have these mode buttons to do stuff. And look here, we have Alcantara on the steering wheel. Oh, nice! I'm a sucker for Alcantara. Look. If you take your hand over here, there's a sensor there that senses that your hand is there. And then it automatically lights up that part. But the strange thing is that here you see the EQE I tried recently showed me a percent state of charge here. This car doesn't have it, probably because it has an older software. I don't know if this car even has OTA. But also look here, seems like we have around 85% power limit, just like the other, the EQE AMG. And then if you use the mode button here, switch mode to Sport Plus. Wow! What the heck was that sound? Ah, super loud! Whoa! Acoustic press, huh? Dude, what the heck was that? That was unlike a Mercedes that used to be really quiet. But okay, anyway, I'm going to show you now we're on the Sport Plus. You can see the S Plus over there. That means shit. And now we don't have any power limit. Let's go back to the regular one then. Let's go back to comfort since we are doing a range test here. And then you see the power limit. And also another weird thing I noticed is that if you go here on this screen, you see the performance tab here. You can see some cool stuff like a percent state of charge. You know, that's freaking luxury. See it here. But that's it for the energy flow. We are using the front motor for just cruising. If I try to throttle a bit, there suddenly that kicks in and then it regens on the front. So it's doing all this weird stuff or the ninja stuff to try to save energy while we are just cruising. But then here, if you look at the vehicle tab, you see we have, this car also has the optional and expensive 10 degrees rear wheel steering that cost 1.5 kidney and 1 testicle. And then if you switch over here, you see this one shows you some cool stuff about the tire pressure and temperature in the tires. So that's pretty cool. And then we have G sensor here, or G meter, I mean, rather. And then we have accelerator and brake here to show you, it's doing some weird shit there. And then in the engine tab, there is no engine in here. Then we have all the torque. So it's similar to the EQE, but what the heck? It's lacking some stuff here. I remember the EQE for 53 4Matic Plus had more tabs, more information than this. Seems like maybe we only get that in EQE, or this software has not been updated. Yeah, that's probably it. What's the temperature now? Let me check here. So far, yeah, 26 degrees Celsius, okay. And then consumption, 284. Ooh, is that good? I have to look at the other numbers eventually. Yeah, okay. We are passing by Hamar now. Oh, it's nice and calm. I see it on Mjøsa. And you should be able to see Viking ship. Yeah, there. Vikingskipet, the Viking ship. It's a sport arena. Actually, every year, every Easter, they have the gathering there. What do you call it again? Computer meeting, yeah, nerd meetup. All the hackers meet up over there. I used to go there many years ago. I still wonder if they have it there. Okay, but all right. So I'm going to show you here. It's pretty cool landscape over here. Actually, in a way, more interesting than the Swedish route. You know, the Swedish 1,000 kilometer challenge route. I found that the Norway route has more mountains, more hills, and in general cooler roads. I don't know if you guys agree. I should show you guys also the pink bridge. It's not pink now, but look here. The temperature was 26 degrees Celsius initially. Now it's 24 degrees. Wonder what the cruising temperature of the battery is. But you know, this EQS does not have heat pump. It has PTC heater, and it uses heat scavenging to help heat up the cabin. So, and then the consumption so far is, wow, 272 watt-hour per kilometer. In this late summer run with the EQS 580, I had 223 watt-hour per kilometer. It could be because of lower temperature, slightly lower temperature, but also wet roads. Well, or of course, the AMG. Maybe the AMG is thirstier than the 580 one. Yeah. You know, the EQS here is really quiet. But I get the feeling that EQE 300 I tried earlier was even quieter. Why? Because the EQE had 19-inch wheels. This one has 21-inch wheels. And also, another big difference is that the EQE was equipped with Nokian Hakkapeliitta R5, the one with acoustic foam. This one is Nokian Hakkapeliitta R3. So I guess if you want the quietest EQS, you have to get Nokian R5, but also maybe, I don't know, 20-inch might be illegal here, but at least, I mean, illegal socially. Maybe at least 20-inch. Then you probably get the best comfort and also noise. But, you know, press cars, they tend to get big wheels. Yeah, many people ask me, hey Bjørn, why don't you test cars with smaller wheels? Well, it doesn't work like that. Whenever I get press cars, I just get them with whatever rims they have. And in general, importers and dealerships, well, almost without exception, I borrow cars from importers. They tend to put on big wheels, big rims, because it looks nice. And also in general, I tend to get the top trim on press cars, and they are already come with big rims. But I am not a fan of big rims. I prefer, like this one is 40 profile, right? I prefer around 45 to 55 profile, depending on which car it is, of course. We have been driving for about an hour. See, this is the bridge where, when I go to Østerdalen or to the north, this is the road that leads to Highway 4. So, no, Highway 3, sorry. Highway 4 is Gjøvik, yeah. So that bridge can change color. Right now it's just, yeah. Sometimes it's pink, sometimes it's blue. But okay, so interesting is that the temperature on the battery keeps dropping. Now we're down to 20 degrees Celsius. Oh, it's 4 degrees outside. Yes, we started with 26. So based on what I know about Tesla, I don't have any OBD adapter, anything going on here, but I'm guessing that the car has been scavenging heat from the battery to heat up the cabin, which means that the consumption should be, or we should have an advantage that we started with fairly warm battery. But if you look here, the consumption is 275. Wow. This makes me wonder. And I have a Tesla Model Y Performance from Marcus Bil. Now, maybe I should test it on these conditions to see how Tesla gets reduction or increased consumption in winter-ish conditions. That would be interesting. I'll have to look at my table and see if I have any records of it. But there's yet another Tesla test, yes, but I get the impression that Tesla's battery management and octovalve and all that stuff is just superior to even the most expensive EVs, the legacy automakers out there. So yeah, we just have to test it. Yeah, why not? We are back at Ioniq Dal. Interesting charging placement here. I've seen, actually when we started, there was also an EQC park in a weird way on that one. So I guess we'll see lots of these weird charging positions because, or parking positions. That guy is struggling a little bit because on the EQC, the charge port is on the right side with the wrong side, not the left side with the right side. Okay, anyway, the consumption this time was 272 watt-hour per kilometer, but the distance was 183. It's supposed to be 182. So I calculated based on the roundabout position that we have a 0.7% over reported distance, which means that this one is actually 274 watt-hour per kilometer. And if you look at battery temperature now, it has dropped to 16 degrees Celsius. Seems like the car has been scavenging heat all the way to now. Okay, well, I will not plug in now. I will do the 90 test, and yeah, let's see how low the battery goes then. We're on the move again on the 90 test. So yes, we have to wait for the numbers here to stabilize. We have to cruise at 95 on the speedo. So this car is equipped with pixel lights, or what are it called again? Yeah, I think that's what it's called. They're adaptive headlights, but it's just wonderful. It has 1 megapixel. Well, I think that was what it was. 1 million light elements, super high resolution. It just actually, I think actually this is the best headlights I ever tested, because it can block out sections. It also does some weird or interesting good shit with road signs. So because I feel like other cars like Polestar, or even though they are adaptive, they kind of dazzle me. They shine very bright towards the big signs by the motorways, and then I'm almost blinded. But here I feel like the car detects that. You see here, this is to the right here. It's a road sign, but then it doesn't shine too bright against it. So yeah, hands down the best headlights ever in the Mercedes EQS. Beats the Polestar, beats the BMW laser lights, beats the what else out there? Yeah, pretty much those are the 3 top-notch headlights. So just like in the 120 test, now at 90 test, we are still running only on the front motor. I bet the front motor is smaller and more efficient than the rear motor. So let's see, what about in the engine one here? Okay, we're using 19 kilowatt. You see it here. That's the, let me see how they read this thing. Wait, does it split between front and rear? Yeah, I wonder if this is the front motor and this is the rear motor. That's how it is. So it's kind of funky representation of everything. And then yeah, here we are pulling 125 amp from the battery. And then we also see battery gauge here and the motor temperature here, but it's not accurate. It doesn't show you digits, only a gauge. All right, let's check the weight. So the EQS 580 was 2760 kilograms. All right, front axle, all right. The whole car. Oops. What? Huh? Wait. 40 kilograms more for some reason. Why? I think equipment-wise they are similar. Is this one 40 kilos heavier because of bigger inverter, bigger motor? Who knows? Only Lord Elon Musk knows. We are back at Ioniq, charging up now, getting only 111 kilowatt. I saw that we had 16 degrees Celsius, and okay, we don't see it now when we're plugged in, so the car needs to be on for that. But yeah, so we are probably cold gating a little bit, but this should pick up soon. We'll see, I guess. 2250. Let's see how fast this car can recover, if it can recover or not. Well, anyway, we used 220 watt-hour per kilometer. I had to apply the corrections, and then we'll look at the result. So the purpose with this test is to figure out, is this beefy EQS with all that horsepower and that torque, is it less efficient than the smaller or cheaper ones with less power? So in the fossil world, typically if you want to have more power, you need to get bigger engine, more liters, right? And then the engine becomes less efficient. But what about here? Well, according to the test I did 1 year ago with the EQS 580, that was similar temperature but dry road. You see that we had lower consumption. This time it was roughly 10 watt-hour per kilometer higher consumption. But I think that can be explained by the wet roads. Typically, wet roads will consume a little bit more. So it could seem like this beefy EQS is more or less as efficient as the other one. So you don't take any penalty when you go for the top of the crop. That's what I want to find out. Maybe the spoiler spoils a little bit, but maybe not too much. So this is good news if you want to get this EQS 53 4Matic Plus, and what's it called? If you want all the power, you can get it without any penalty. But it seems like, also when I compare to the other EQS test I did when it was not that cold, that it seems like regardless of which EQS you go for, it takes a penalty when it gets colder, maybe because it doesn't have heat pump, or I'm actually not sure. But yes, so at least if you want the most powerful one, go for it, no problem. Just have to pay. Yeah, okay, I forgot to tell you. The price on this EQS here is actually 1.577 million, roughly 1.6 million NOK. Yeah, that's actually, you know what? I think this is the most expensive EV I've ever tested. When I think about it, the second most expensive EV was probably the EQS 580 I tested last year. That was 1.4 million NOK only. So very expensive car, but I guess it's worth it, right? But on the other hand, does it make any sense to go for this one? Because 3.4 second 0 to 100, that's actually slower than the Tesla Model S Palladium long range. It's supposed to do it in 3.2, but I think they will be right on par with this one. But it has less power, but I guess it's lighter. But again, it's a Tesla, right? With the plus and the minus with it. So if you want the fastest electric car, you have to go for a Tesla. Plaid, of course, not the long range Palladium. But I guess if you want the comfort, but also want the speed, then you can go for this one. But I'm not sure if I would pay extra. I mean, if I would get an EQS, I would probably go for the 580. Still kind of expensive, but fast enough, yeah. But there will always be someone who wants this one, right? Or do we have anyone in the audience who consider EQS and want to buy this EQS AMG one? Let me know then. But in my opinion, sounds to me like it could be pointless. No, it's not pointless. That's the whole point, right? It's not up to me to decide whether it's pointless or not. I just do the test, I'm the messenger, and then you guys decide whether you should buy the car or not. So that's going to be it for now. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. As always, thank you for watching, and talk to you later.